Ladies and gentlemen, in this video, today I'm going to talk about one of the biggest elephants in the room in the entire crypto industry. The only application that every single one of you guys use isn't decentralized at all. It is completely centralized and has the ability to block all your transactions or even block you from using it, period. Guys, I'm talking about something that will disrupt MetaMask. And not only will it disrupt MetaMask and make it permissionless, censorship resistant, community owned. My name is Chasse, guys. I've been in crypto for 10 years. And on this channel, we go into deep dives about the best projects in the crypto space and tell you everything that you need to know in the world of blockchain. And I deliver to you some of the hidden gems that nobody else is talking about. And today is no exception, guys. I'm the first person to bring this to your attention. If that sounds good to you guys, if you appreciate me bringing these gems to you, make sure that you just do me a solid favor. Just like the video and also subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Let's get into it. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about a project called Web3 Wallet. And when I first heard about this, there was a lot of reasons why it got my attention. One is the ethos in which it represents. It represents the pure ethos of blockchain: permissionless, censorship resistant, community owned, token economy, no profit sharing for shareholders. 100% of revenue generated by this wallet will go back to token holders. The same reason that we see projects like Look Rare gaining popularity is because people know that if you're staking Looks, the token, that the platform fees go back to token holders. This is huge incentive. This is why whales are trading the majority of their trades on Looks Rare. They're gaining a lot of traction. And everybody complains too about like OpenSea banning different things, or MetaMask, for example, which banned a bunch of different countries. So we can see here that MetaMask and OpenSea, their blocks of the countries expose that they are centralized. Both OpenSea and MetaMask have blocked different sanctioned countries like Venezuela, Iran, North Korea, et cetera, et cetera. Now, that's not what decentralization in crypto is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about permissionless. Like, this is the core ethos of this. And extrapolate that a bit further, and let's say that let's say that the government wanted to impose things like, for example, here, European Union proposes crackdown on non-custodial crypto wallets, meaning non-centralized or wallets that don't require KYC. You guys remember this headline that was just a couple months ago, actually. Or U.S. crime agency proposes rules for self-hosted crypto wallets, like requiring KYC on any transaction that's over a certain amount of money, for example. This is pure invasion of your financial privacy. So there's obviously a tremendous need for a solution that is Web3 ready. Now, even a year ago, this wouldn't have been possible. However, thanks to POKT network and providing a decentralized node infrastructure that connects to all these different blockchains right now, Ethereum, Harmony, Solana, Avalanche, Binance, et cetera, et cetera. And let me know in the comments below, guys, if you want me to make a video on POKT network. It's pretty remarkable what they're doing. In fact, a lot of people don't even know about it, but it truly enables us to connect to different blockchains in a decentralized, permissionless way with 100% uptime, compared to, and way less cost than something like AWS. Now, MetaMask last year reported over $200 million in revenue simply just from the swapping feature. Now, some of you may or may not know that on every swap that you do natively within MetaMask takes a 0.875% fee of your transaction. That's huge on top of whatever swapping protocol they're using. So if you're going to get an aggregate of all the different swapping protocols for the pair you're trying to swap, and then it'll show you a quote. Now, you're going to have to pay the swapping fee on whether that's Uniswap or PancakeSwap or whatever. You have to pay that platform's fee, and then you have to pay the 0.875% on MetaMask. This is what allowed them to generate over $200 million in revenue last year, which is more than the top DeFi protocols generated combined, right? This is huge. So what if 100% of those fees went back to token holders? Now you can see here in this tweet from Blockworks, MetaMask monthly active users grew from 1 million in October 2020 to 30 million in March 2022. And then you can see in the comments here, people are asking like, when MetaMask token? And then this guy rightly points out, also MetaMask blocks certain countries, which is going to hurt them in the long run. which is true because they are centralized and they are permissioned and they run off of infrastructure like Infura or Alchemy, which are basically centralized companies that run things like Ethereum nodes in order for you to be able to connect and query the Ethereum blockchain and process transactions on it. So another thing about Web3 wallets is they are really focusing on mobile first. The majority of the youth and the generations, everybody is using mobile now for everything. And the existing Web3 wallets or the existing crypto wallets that exist on mobile, in my opinion, the UX and UI isn't very nice. So these guys, the team is coming from ex-Google, ex-Facebook. They work for one of the largest crypto wallet companies in the world. With that being said, they are UX, UI experts. There's a lot of emphasis when I talk to them, how they want this to look and feel for the user, super intuitive. And you can even see the demo on the front side of their website. It looks super clean, like 100 times better than MetaMask, in my opinion. And I think that's something that we can all appreciate. Not only are they going to have the swapping feature, they're also going to integrate Solana along with EVM, meaning Ethereum, BSC or BNB chain, Avalanche eventually, but I think they're going to focus on Ethereum and then after that Solana. So it would be nice because right now Solana's top wallet, Phantom, which is quite new, raises $109 million, bringing the valuation to $1.2 billion. So you have MetaMask and you've got Phantom, right? Who are the biggest wallets on each chain. But if you could have both in one, that would be great, wouldn't it? Because we don't need more extensions. We just need it all to be in one. Additionally, on top of just the basic functionality of being able to send and receive crypto, you're going to be able to do the swaps built in. Again, this is the main revenue generation for both Phantom Wallet and MetaMask. And again, 100% of swapping fees go back to token holders, right? So imagine all of that revenue being driven in to anyone who's staking the token, right? This is what MetaMask should have done a long time ago. Trust me, I tried to invest in this project. I tried. I really tried. And they just refuse. Like nobody has invested in this project. So how can you get involved? Why am I telling you about this? Well, the same way I got involved, I went and minted some NFTs. So they have this NFT mint here. Let's see. Okay, so here's what their NFTs look like. They're just quite whatever, but they do have some rarities and some gold ones and silver ones and bronze ones. And I'm not quite clear what the difference will be in the rarity, but I imagine that they'll build something in, especially because on their NFT page, they talk about this example about how if you just had bought a Bored Ape at the mint, how much value was continuing to pour back to you over time. Now, they made a point to call that out, saying that they're going to make sure that the original NFT holders, the original supporters, are always being rewarded in the future for everything that rolls out. So I imagine that they're going to, think about more effectively the way that the NFT program works. But I do know that if you hold an NFT, you're getting an airdrop of tokens at the launch, which as of right now is the only way to get involved before this thing starts trading. Why do I think these NFTs are going to be extremely valuable? For the same reason that LooksRare is getting tons and tons of volume from whales, because they're going to get money back for transactions that they're processing. When I heard that, it made me want to go use LooksRare over OpenSea for sure. I think more importantly is the convenience, right? I used to use MetaMask to swap all my transactions because it's so damn convenient. But then I found out that's a huge fee, almost 1% for every swap that I do. And I do a lot of volume through that. So imagine whales, they would love the convenience of being able to swap natively in their wallet without having to go externally to Uniswap or PancakeSwap or SushiSwap, whatever, just to have that convenience. It's so much nicer. And when you're doing a lot of volume, you don't want to have to pay those fees. So if you hold one of these NFTs, it doesn't matter which one it is, you're going to get free fees on the wallet and everything that these guys build. Remember, they're not just building the wallet, but they've got an entire ecosystem. So that's why, other than being rewarded for other things in the future, I just think that's an awesome opportunity. But I'll tell you what I did. I went and minted quite a few of these things because I'm a big believer, and I just really want this thing to work because we all need something like this, right? We all need to be able to use our crypto in a permissionless way, no matter what regulators say, no matter what laws come. We need the freedom. That's why Satoshi invented Bitcoin. And if our only access to Web3 is through a centralized medium, what are we doing here? Why are we even in crypto? It doesn't make any sense. All right, guys, now for a couple caveats. I do need to tell you that the team is pseudo-anonymous. What does that mean? Well, it means that I don't know who they are. I have done video calls with them where I can see their face on camera, but I don't know their names. They're not going to do KYC. Now, before you run away, let's just think about what else has been created in the crypto industry. Bitcoin. No one knows who the founder is of Bitcoin. Colt DAO. Nobody knows who the founder of Colt DAO is. And I think that certain things that pose challenges and could be a real threat to infrastructure and regulation should remain in the state. With that being said, I did have another VC friend of mine have their team, which consists of PhDs, do a technical due diligence. Now, they came back with mostly good feedback. Of course, the code is far from being ready to go. They just basically did a ton of code, and that was to be expected for the way that they did it. So some of the reasons that lead me to believe that this is going to be legitimate is the fact that they're not raising money from anybody. Like, you can't invest in this. In fact, there's one entity that was allowed to invest early, and that was Colt DAO, because I made a proposal and the community loved it, and they did invest in this thing. And then there will be a public sale. But I think that if there was normally what we see from scams or projects that are raising a bunch of money and then they just don't deliver. So these guys have open source code. You can go to their GitHub and review it yourself. So guys, those are the caveats that I wanted to disclose to you. I have been supporting them and helping them along the way. And just after many conversations with them, I truly like them and I believe in the ethos of what they're telling me. And that's why I'm making this video. But again, this is fully up to you to do your own research. And again, remember, we just don't know who these guys are. So you could lose everything by investing in an NFT, but like, let's face it, most of those go to zero anyway. So like, bye.